JJ Barnes, and this is Jonathan McKinney.
Good day.
And you're watching another episode of Writing, Talking and Dog Walking.
Right, so we're out in the castle grounds right now, which is why Molly is off the leash, getting incredibly filthy.
She's covered in mud and dead leaves, and we have wet feet.
Yes, we do, but we're happy enough.
Yeah, we have. And you know what? It makes a nice change to have an interesting background. It's very autumnal, don't you think?
It is quite autumnal. Just be careful, because this bit of the path is also a little bit
It is a bit
wet.
squelchy.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a very sort of November-y vibe to what we're doing today. It's lovely.
Yeah. Oranges and browns. You go, I'm going to follow you around.
Oh.
So yeah, today we're going to do a bit of talking about character work, specifically with reference to the film...
I'll swap sides.
Okay. With reference to the film Peter Rabbit. This is a recent...
It's the one starring James Corden as Peter Rabbit and Domhnall Gleeson as Mr McGregor.
Yeah,
Young
Mr.
McGregor.
McGregor.
And it's actually Young Mr McGregor that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
We know this, right, okay, so essentially we know this is a children's film.
It is, definitely.
But if you want to learn how to write a character that is an antagonist.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
But also somebody that through the story you actually grow to root for.
Yeah.
Then this film is genius.
It is.
I mean, the writing in this film anyway is absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, especially in relation to this character.
Yeah, they take the character from somebody who you actively dislike.
Yeah. Although he's kind of charming even when
he is, but that's the actor, I think. I love him so much. But they take him from someone who is set against Peter Rabbit, who's obviously, you know, the namesake of the famous Peter Rabbit, and then they take him through this journey, and you get to see this character, learn about this character, watch him go on an arc and become a new, improved version of himself.
Yeah, absolutely. He so obviously in this film you've got the tradition of the sort of the male character who is tormented by a little gang of sort of sentient animals, or
like Smurfs,
mythical animals in that case.
Yeah,
but
you have this sort of cantankerous man who is irritated by
he's sort of a grumpy
animals.
Dad archetype, I suppose.
Yeah, he is a grumpy dad archetype.
Right. So in the specific, should we take a pause? We'll take a pause.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
We're back. There was like loads of dogs.
There were a lot of dogs. You might be able to see them in the background there.
Yeah, they're sort of going around back there.
So yeah, we're going to talk about characterization. The characterization of young Mr McGregor.
Young Mr McGregor.
So yeah, he starts out as a controlling, somewhat neurotic.
Very neurotic.
Very neurotic. Almost, you might say, lunatic. If you're being a little harsh. He's about to drink toilet water.
Yeah.
Because he wants to demonstrate that his performance at cleaning the toilets in Harrods is such that he can drink the toilet water and it's perfectly fine.
He's aspiring for a role as the manager, and he's very precise on everything. He doesn't like anything that's dirty or countryside. He likes city. He wants to work in the city. He wants to work in a toy shop, and he wants everything to be perfect.
Right.
So when his great uncle, the old Mr McGregor,
has a heart attack and dies,
and he inherits the house, he is then sent to Windermere.
Yeah, well, because he loses his job at Harrods, so he goes off to Windermere to fix up the house so he can sell it.
Because he wants to earn money to set up his own toy shop right next to Harrods, so he can watch them fall down at their own demise.
Yeah. It's very funny.
It's very funny.
He is brilliant. We should say that Domhnall Gleeson is brilliant.
Domhnall Gleeson is perfect in the role.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I'm running so he goes off to Windermere, where obviously he is then confronted with this army of sentient creatures.
Yeah, rabbits in
Peter
this
Rabbit,
case.
Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail.
Right.
Benjamin, Bunny, Pig. What's he called? What's the pig called? Oh my god, I'm a blank.
I don't know.
Tommy Brock and all of those characters.
Sure. So they torment him. They want to get into his garden so they can steal all of his radishes or whatever.
And he
wants to keep them out.
By Bee, who, the woman, the love interest, is part of why he goes through this transition.
Right. So this is an old tradition of using female characters to straighten out your messy male characters, which might anger some of your fellow people, the radical femmes on the Twitters, but
it is really well done.
Yeah, it is well done, and like, it happens. It's a part of storytelling. We could do with probably some more the opposite way around, but we don't. So we'll go with what we have.
We'll be fine. We'll just go with this because it is really well done.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, you watch him go and you watch him transition, And you sort of start to get, as you see this character grow, you start getting the vulnerability, because at first he seems almost invulnerable. He's tough.
Yep.
He knows what he wants. He's putting up his gates. He's getting his electric fences.
Right.
He's, you know, he's setting himself very aggressively against this gang of rabbits.
Yeah.
So he seems very, very tough and hard-shelled.
Yeah. But when in conversation with B,
Yeah.
he explains that his parents died. He's put into a shared home, and that
Control is how he learned
yeah,
to cope.
that he learned to cope with his sort of sorrow by being overly controlling, and she agrees. She's kind of sensed that, and she's accepting of him, and
Yeah.
you start to then care about him
Yeah, you
a
start
little
to root.
more.
Yeah, and if you accept that Peter Rabbit is the protag and Mr McGregor is the antag,
Yeah.
I said in our last or one before video that I love it when an antagonist is essentially a good person but they're flawed.
Yeah.
And this is the absolute perfect example of this, because he's not
Yeah.
a villain. He's not a bad person at all.
Yeah.
He is just flawed and having to deal with his flaws. But he actually does deal with them.
Yeah.
And becomes, through the story, somebody who is almost a protagonist as well.
Well, yeah, like from his own point of view, he is
Yeah.
his own protagonist, as
All
all
the
good
hero of
characters
our own
are.
story.
Right. So, and all of your characters should be the hero of their story.
Yeah.
Even if they're not the hero of yours.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But
then your story
because
will be crunchy and interesting, and
all the way through, this character is motivated. He is interesting. He has a lot going on. He isn't just one trick pony. He's got a lot of things that he's working towards, a lot of things he wants. He wants to do the house up. He wants to keep the rabbits out. He wants to fall in love with B, or for B to fall in love with him. He's
well, that's not a goal he takes with him.
No,
But that's a goal that sort of lands on him while he's there.
But all the way through the story, he has multiple, things that he wants, and multiple ways he goes about doing it.
I suppose what we're getting at here is that he develops an internal conflict throughout the story.
Yeah.
Wherein he wants two competing things. One is to have this new relationship with this woman who loves the rabbits, and the other is his existing goal when he goes back there, which is to sell it and get rid of the rabbits and make money and punish Harrods in some way.
But yeah, by the end of the story, he has gone through this process where he's learning to soften, he's less controlling, he's more willing to be free to experience life.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's illustrated at the end via the use of, illustrations actually. So there's a series of paintings that show the new life that both, not just both, but that Mr McGregor, younger, B, and Peter Rabbit and his little family are all sort of living together.
Oh, look, another mole.
After the hello.
Hi.
That was terrifying. I, a bit like Mr McGregor, don't want to get mud all over me.
You have done, darling.
I know. So anyway, are we done?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We'll do the sign off in a second.
Yeah.
Get through these.
Okay.
We got through another round of pooches.
We did, indeed. 100% more pooches than I was expecting, actually.
So thank you very much for watching. Watch the Peter Rabbit movie. I know that if you're an adult and you haven't got children, we wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for our kids.
We certainly would not.
And it took us a few rounds, because they watch a lot.
Yeah.
It took us a few rounds of it to really pay attention and actually take what we were watching seriously. But as we started to watch it more and more and more and more, we're like, this is good.
Yeah, it is. The lines of conflict are really well drawn. The
characterisation of Mr. McGregor
is great. It's true that B is perhaps a little bit reactionary.
Yes.
Which isn't necessarily the best, but Peter Rabbit himself goes through his own little journey as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, watch it, study how they've written Mr. McGregor, watch the character arc, watch the lines of conflict, watch the motivations.
Yeah.
Watch how they have used it. Massive credit to Donald Gleeson, because
he is excellent.
I would love to work with that man.
Yes.
I would love to write lines for him.
One day.
Should we turn around and go back? Look, we're approaching Mudland.
Well, let's just stop here, sign off, and we'll
oh my gosh, I look massive in this sweater. I look like a big Christmas bauble.
Just come in and get me.
Thank you very much for watching. If you want us to do a video on any films or books or TV shows or story, craft or writing issues that you are interested in, drop a comment. I keep doing this in my French. Drop a comment down below and we will get back to you and hopefully do a video on your interest. You can find us on Twitter. I'm Judy Unrose and he's John Muck.
I am.
And we're always talking about writing. We're hashtagging the writing, everything, this, that, and the other. I'm telling you what we're doing. And we've got some interesting, exciting things that we're working on in a minute.
We do.
And if you go to www.sirenstories.co.uk, you can subscribe there and win free things every month. There's also links there to all our books, his music, my blog, podcasts, the work of a bunch of other people too. It's great. Go over there.
That's right.
And if you could do me a huge favour, if you could do a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, you'll help us keep growing and doing more.
All right.
So thank you very much.
Awesome.
We're going to go tackle some more mud that way now.
Yes, we are.
Bye.
Bye-bye.